Good afternoon, ladies, and any gentlemen I may have joining us today. That voice you are hearing is I, none other, Olivia Winfield, your trainer for today's full body 45 strength workout. So, welcome. Hi. Hello. All right, y'all, we got 45 minutes of strength and sweat lined up here for you today. So let's go ahead and begin with our dynamic warm-ups because we are going to be working out dynamically. So 30 push-ups, 20 squats, 20 mountain climbers, 10 push-ups, back to back to back to back to back. Let's do it. Let's go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Stop. Hammer time. Squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take it down to the mat. Mountain climbers. Hips down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Stay. Or come down to your knees. Push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, woo, and 10. All right, that was just a warm-up. That was it, quick and dirty. If you don't feel warmed up enough, that's all right. Pause this, do some jogging, do some more squats, jump squats. Get that heart rate up. And then come on back. All right, so starting from the top, working our way down. First exercise is a sequence for upper body. Bicep curl, tricep kickback, external rotation. All right. If you joined me for P3 earlier in the week, this week I should say, yes, this is a repeat of that workout from Tuesday. Some of it, not all of it. Not all of it. All right, bicep curl. Start with your hands down at your sides and come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't swing your arms. 9 and 10. It's a controlled movement. Tricep kickback. Come forward about 45 degrees. Elbows once again staying tight to your sides, and then you're just pushing back. 1, 2, hinging from that elbow. 3, 4, 5. The full, I'm using physics terms. Sorry, leverage? No, the fulcrum point. 8, 9, 10. Come up, bring the weights to waist height to your belly button. Squeeze, still in rotation. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! That's the first one. All right, and then we still got to do some core, because of course around here we do strength, then we do core, and then we rest. All right, side planks, side plank crunches to be exact. All right, elbow, palm of your hand, whichever one is it for you, although I implore you to challenge yourself. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, woo! 8, 9, 10. Switch sides. Woo! All right, and we will be doing this 2 more times as well, so you can play around with it, mix and match. See what feels good in your body. All right, and woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! All right, there we go. That's the first one done. So, I like to talk, in case this escaped your notice. I like to talk. And what I want to talk about today is your internal narrative. What is the story you tell yourself? What is the story you are telling yourself, actively telling yourself right now? Because as much as exercise is physical, it's also very, very mental. Very mental. In a lot of ways, the mental is the strongest part. You know, like it's gonna dictate if you go to the gym today, if you work out today. That's your mental, you know? That mental is what is that part of you that helps you push a little bit more. Pushes you outside your comfort zone, you know? That's what that gets you. Oh, we're doing hammer curls, BT dubs. Switching it up. So, what is the narrative you are telling yourself right now in this very moment? Are you telling yourself, man, this is hard. I'm never gonna be able to do this. Or are you telling yourself, you know what, this is difficult, but I can do this. This is manageable, this is doable. It's not impossible. Or are you telling yourself, shoot, this is easy. She needs to make this harder. You know, what are you telling yourself? What do you tell yourself when you're working out? What do you tell yourself when you make a mistake? Yeah, you know, like if it's me and I make a mistake, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's usually the first thing that comes out of my mouth is, Olivia, you dum-dum, you idiot. Why did you do that? You know, recrimination is the first thing that comes out of my mouth. Even though I'm not dumb, I'm not an idiot, I'm just human and I made a mistake. And so that then becomes the narrative that I tell myself is, I'm human, I made a mistake, it's okay, correct it and move on. Or when I'm working out, you know, yes, for a time, the thought process would be, oh no, I'm never gonna be able to do that. No, absolutely not. That is impossible. And so long as you think like that, so long as I thought like that, yeah, things would indeed be impossible. Things would indeed not change. So what had to change? The story I was telling myself. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Woo, switch, okay. I'm going to give my wrist a break here on this last set. Not just yet, though. So, yes, they call it self-limiting beliefs, and it's true. Because if you place that limit on yourself, then no, of course, you're never gonna go past it. How can you when you've already made up your mind that you're never going to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I feel like that's harder to do when you have a short torso. It's hard to feel where your waist is. Anyway, we did it. Okay, we are on the last set of exercise number 1. Let's get some water. So if you place a limit on yourself, if you place a mental cap on yourself, then no, you are not going to be able to progress. It will plateau, it will stymie, it will stall out. You have to be able to see past where you are right now. You have to be able to tell yourself that, you know, this may have been the story up until this point, but it's not going to be the story anymore. It's not always going to be the story. I don't want this to be my story. Well, you can't control other people. The only thing you can control is yourself. So what are you going to do to change your story? What are you going to do to change your internal narrative? How are you going to work on eliminating those self-limiting beliefs? Because that's the only way you're gonna go. That's the only way you're gonna grow. And the only way to do it is to get through it. I know it's chock full of platitudes and rhymey sayings, but it's true. Okay? All right, in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Oh, wait, we still have to do external rotations. When I do this in class, thankfully, my participants they very quickly got comfortable because I told them to correct me if I miss something. And correct me they do. Shout out to them, I love them. Whew. Oh, this burns. Oh, crap, this burns. Mostly in my arms. Woo! 2. Ew. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, ay, 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 ay. 10 pounds, man. It's challenging. All right. Side plank crunches. So, I would say, you know, as far as, you know, what can you do to help change your internal narrative? First, fake it till you make it. I know. Like, what? But I'm so serious. I'm telling you what worked for me. Sometimes, because the narrative is what your narrative that you tell yourself is what you believe, what you know to be true. And so, you know, we've all been there. You're doing your affirmations in the mirror and it feels like you are telling yourself a bunch of BS and nonsense. You don't really believe it. Or at least for me, I know at first I was like, I don't really believe this, or I'm not sure if I believe this or not. But, you know, my coach told me to do it, so I'm gonna try it. And you know what? It is true. Eventually, the more you tell yourself, you give yourself positive affirmations, you tell yourself you can do it. You can do it. One day, you gonna surprise the heck out of yourself and you actually end up doing it. You gonna be like, whoa, what? But it all starts with talking to yourself positively. It all begins with that internal narrative, that internal voice. What do you tell yourself? When you wake up in the morning and you're thinking about that difficult thing you have to do or something you don't really want to do. Heck, you know what? You gotta wake up. You gotta do chores. You gotta clean the house. You gotta date tonight with somebody that you really like. And you're nervous, cause like, you really like them. And like, You're pretty sure that they really like you. But because of past experiences that you've had, you may have some self-limiting beliefs around dating. And those self-limiting beliefs can lead to self-sabotage. So self-limiting beliefs in the dating scene as an example, you know? Like, oh, I'm so annoying. Oh my goodness. What must he think of my face, my body, my voice? Oh my gosh, like, he's never gonna want me like this. I need to change aspects of myself. No. Those are all self-limiting beliefs. No, what you gotta affirm to yourself is that I am fine just the way I am. I am worthy and deserving. We're going wide. We're going to do wide chest press to close chest press, then to pull over. So those self-limiting beliefs, you gotta change that internal narrative, even if you don't believe a word that you're saying. But even if, I know for me, I just gotta say it out loud. I at least have to hear myself say it. Maybe a little deep, maybe subconsciously, deep down inside, somewhere inside, there's a little piece of me that does believe it to be true. And so that's the piece that we're nurturing and nursing and encouraging to come out to the fore. It's scary. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's easy. It's not. But, you know, it's worth it. It is. Because I'll tell you what, changing up my self-limiting beliefs and changing up the story that I was telling myself is what got me here today. Is what got me here in front of y'all doing these exercises and teaching you. I share my story all the time. I grew up fat. I was a fat kid. I clocked in at 200 pounds at 5'2", so quite chunky. And I worked very hard to get to where I am today. And part of what helped with that was changing up the story that I told myself. 2, 3. We're supposed to do hollow holds, but we're gonna do a dead bug variation instead. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Like, when I started working out, and especially, again, for context, let me just frame things for you. I was a fat black girl going to a predominantly white schools in Minneapolis circa the early 2000s. So this is peak low-rise jean, flat tummy on flat, nobody's eating food era, okay? So as you can imagine, pure DHE double hockey sticks. Hey, I spelled it, okay? Don't get me in trouble. And then plus some other things that I have in my background. It led to a lot of self-limiting beliefs. It led to a lot of thinking that I couldn't do stuff, or that I'd never be able to do something. I'd never have this, that, or the third because of my weight, how I looked, and more importantly, how I felt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 12, because here's the other thing they don't tell you about those, the self-limiting beliefs. Secret, they can become self-fulfilling prophecies if you're not careful. That's where self-sabotage comes in. And it's absolutely born of control. It's born out of anxiety. It's born out of a need to try to control the outcomes. And so, you may engage in behaviors that, it'll guarantee the outcome for sure. Generally a negative one, though. And you don't want negative outcomes, right? I mean, negative outcomes will still happen in life, but there is the negative outcomes that happen, and then there are the negative outcomes that you directly contribute to. So what we don't want to do is directly contribute to our negative outcomes. And so to do that, we have to combat the negative self-talk, the negative narratives that we tell ourselves. This is the story of my life narrative. This is the story of the life so far, but it's not the way the story is always gonna be. But also too, if I want the story to change, I have to change my story. I am the author of my life. I am the one who are writing the words on the pages. What happens in the story is entirely up to me. Okay? This is not outside of the bounds of my life is within my control. Your life is within your control. Things don't just happen to you, all right? And it's very, very easy to be in a narrative where things just happen. And therefore you're very passive. You don't take a lot of action in your life. And thusly, you end up shirking a lot of responsibility, and you offload a lot of labor of the emotional kind onto others around you. And you don't want to do that, right? You want to be self-sufficient. You want to be independent. You want to be confident and self-assured. Well, okay, so to do that, you have to change your internal narrative. You gotta take control of your life. You gotta also, and this is the part a lot of people don't like, this is the part of healing a lot of people get stuck on, but this is where true knowledge lies, is can you sit with the fact that you may have potentially, and most certainly undoubtedly, have hurt others because of your negative narration of your life? When you're so consumed with your self-victimization, and you're so consumed about how you've been done so hard by everybody else, that you're so focused on that you don't look up and see around you the other people around you that you connect and interact with that directly have to deal with the stories that you tell yourself, because what you tell yourself doesn't just stay to yourself, right? It projects outwards. It colors all of your interactions, how you move through life. You don't exist in a vacuum. So in order to change that narrative of I'm not in control of my life, you also you have to take a look at the things that you actually are in control of, including the stuff that you don't want to admit that you are in control of. Those times where you really want to say, oh, it's somebody else's fault. If they hadn't asked me to do this thing, then I wouldn't have did it, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, this is where accountability comes in, because why do you say yes if you really wanted to say no? That's nobody's fault. That's you. That's entirely on you. So can you own your yes? Can you own the fact that you said yes to something that you didn't want to do? Can you own that? And then when you own that, can you then turn around and say, you know what, next time that happens, I'm going to say no, because I don't have to do the things that I don't want to do in order to be loved and accepted by people in my life. Speaking as a people pleaser. And so because the narrative at that point you're telling yourself is that I have to do these things in order to be liked, in order to be loved, I have to prove myself to be of service and to be useful. And that's simply not true. So again, change the narrative, change your story. That's the story so far. That was that chapter. Maybe that was that book in this ongoing series that is your life. That's the other thing too. Your life is not going to be encapsulated inside of one book unless, it's just one big massive tomb like War and Peace. No, more than likely, your life is gonna look more like the Encyclopedia Britannica. Many editions, many entries, okay? And what those entries look like, what those chapters look like, can only be written by you. So what do you want to write down? What do you want to say? What is your internal story? What is your internal narrative that people perceive of you? Because again, what you think of yourself does show up on the outside. So, do you know how people perceive you? Do you know how you come across? Are you aware? Are you self-aware? Do you know? And is what you think of yourself, is that the same as what other people see in you? Sometimes they're different. I've also had that. Where it's like, in my head, I'm like, I am a mess. I am a giant, colossal, jumbled, scrambled mess. And everyone's like, you're so composed, you're so put together, so eloquent, so and I'm like, what? Or like for me, it felt like for a long time, a vulnerability moment that like, I don't know, like people didn't like me. Definitely a social anxiety thing. We've since worked on it. But, part of that was having certain people around me in my life at that time that made me feel like I was a chore to be around. Again, completely different story. But for the longest time, it was like, oh my God, I am like a hideous person. Why do people put up with me? Like, oh my God, I am an ogre of a human being. And my life coach was like, no, that's not true. Like, you have lifelong friendships from childhood. Do you think they would still be friends with you if you were terrible? And I was like, no. She's like, so what does that tell you? So again, gotta change the narrative. Gotta change the story that you tell yourself. See, because now I know I'm a joy and a delight to be around. And people do indeed enjoy my company. In fact, a lot of people enjoy my company. So it's like, oh, now that's the story I'm telling myself. All right, guys, we are doing RDLs to squat, in case you couldn't tell. If you don't have a kettlebell, that's okay. You can also do this with a dumbbell. All right. So you're pushing your hips back into that RDL. Back is straight, okay? You're coming down to right around your ankles. And then you're gonna push up into those heels, pull up into an upright row, come up to your chest, and sit down like in a chair. All right, that's your RDL to squat. Yeah, we're just doing that. I know, right? And then, okay, I said dead bug variation. Actually, we're gonna do bird dog. All right. It's been a while since I've done these. So hands and knees, tabletop. Make sure your wrists are under your shoulders. This will help. And then opposite leg from opposite arm. I always underestimate how long my legs are. Okay. All right. And 1, 2, 3. Really squeeze on that crunch. 4, 5, 6, 7. Squeeze that core. 8, 9, and 10. Switch. I just realized did I forget to clock out? 1, 2, 3, 4. I might have clocked out. 5. I don't know. 6. I'll double check. 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. Woo. Okay, I'm feeling that in my back a little bit from the RDLs. Do a cat cow. Woo, I felt good. All right. Woo, I'm doing some cat cows. You guys get some water. If your lower back is feeling a little bit tight, like mine is, doing some cat cows might help. Okay, I'm gonna get some water now. and then we'll continue. So yes, you take nothing else away from me. Take away talking about your internal narrative, your internal story. What you tell yourself. Because what you tell yourself is what you're telling others. Truthfully. It's what you communicate unconsciously. How you feel about yourself. It's true. It is absolutely true. So, think about it. Think about it. And I do mean be authentic about this as well. Like, yes, fake it till you make it, but fake what you're telling yourself. I'm not saying fake an entire persona and personality. Don't do that. Not saying that. I'm not advocating for that. 2. 3. 4. 5, yeah. Woo. Getting nice and strong. 6. Ooh, 7. This is a 30-pound kettlebell, by the way. 8. For anybody that's wondering. Ooh, 9. 10, 2 more. 11. And 12. Woo! Bird dog. Every time I say bird dog, it makes me think of Ladybird from King of the Hill. Come on, Ladybird. All right. Also, no offense, Hank Hill, but charcoal reigns supreme over propane. I said it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! My back's feeling a little tight. That's no problem though. We're on our last round of dead bugs. And then we're gonna finish with the goblet squat. See, we progressively have taken off like an exercise. Well, almost, because see, the first one we did 3. The first 2 we did 3. And then we're doing 2. And then our last one, we're just gonna do 1. Whew. And if you have found this workout to be particularly challenging, yay! I'm glad. I want it to be. I purposely designed these classes with, okay, 1, this is how I work out. So this is counting towards my workouts for the week. But also 2, I want you guys to be challenged. I want you to feel accomplished when you get to the end of this. So like, even if you just do 1 of these, you're like, wow, you know, it gives you something to shoot for. It's about progression. That's what I'm thinking about. Because when I am at home working out, or back in the day when I used to work out to online online exercise classes, yeah, I would come across some that were like dumb challenging, dumb hard. But you know what I would do? I'd do them as best as I could, do as much as I could, get through as much as I could, and come back to those workouts to get stronger as I got stronger. And, you know, next thing you know, it's not so difficult. Whew, okay. Whew. Yeah, my left side, my back is like, yeah, girly pop. Okay. Like, I know for a fact during the pandemic, there were a couple of YouTube videos that I would go back to repeatedly because of how hard it was, but how challenging it was. So that's what I'm going for, is I want you to be challenged. I want you to grow. I want you to be pushed. I want you out of your comfort zone. You know, just like a step or two. Not way out, but out. Because that's where growth lies, outside of your comfort zone. And so I feel as though it is my responsibility as a trainer, as a group fitness instructor, but also just me as a person, to challenge you, to give you something to be challenged with. Because part of the confusion with exercise is just, my left side is tight. Part of the confusion with exercise is just, how do I get started? What do I do? Where do I go? So these videos help as a guide for you. You can do these at home. You can do these at the gym. In fact, I highly encourage you to take us with you when you go to the gym. I know, especially for our strength classes, when we use a barbell, most people don't have barbells at home. So you have to go to the gym for those. Take us with you. Follow along with us. Look at us and go, okay, so she's doing this. Let me put my foot like this. And then if you're local to Minneapolis, I should say, well, hey, your girl is a personal trainer, so we can work out one-on-one as well. All right, let's do another core. I'm not gonna do bird dogs because my back is like at the moment. So instead, I'm gonna do spinal twists. So 1, 2, 3. You can still do bird dogs if you so desire. We're still doing the same number. We're still doing 20 total. So you can do that. Or if you're like me and your back is tight, then let's do some standing twists instead and give our lower back a bit of a break. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, good job. All right, guys, we have about a little less than 8.5 minutes left. Our final exercise, KB goblet squat, kettlebell goblet squat. One of my favorite exercises ever. Or if a goblet squat is a little too much, you can also do sumo squat instead, so slightly wider stance. All right. Grab your kettlebell or your dumbbell, or you can just use your body weight. All right. So, anatomy of a goblet squat. So, goblet squat, you start in your squat position, so shoulder width distance apart, and then you turn your toes out. And then you come down, or here, let me drop that, and then you come down, and then that's your goblet squat. I'll do it from the side so you can actually see better. And then so this is a pretty narrow stance. This is basically your standard squat, toes turned out. If this is painful for you, if it's not working for your body, take one step out to the side. Now you're doing sumo squat. So now your legs are wider apart. Same concept. Your legs are just wider. All right, so now you're sumo. Okay. All right, you can do both, honestly, mix and match. We're doing it 3 times, so it's up to you, boo. All right. I might even do that. Okay, so goblet squat time. And it's easier if you hold it up at your chest, or at least if you're a shorty like me, it is. Because you hold it down to the ground, it's gonna touch the ground before you get in your full range of motion. All right, and 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, woo, 10, 11, woo, and 12. Ha. I love those. Okay. Woo. Let's do some side body work here. Let's do opposite toe touch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. All right, I think I'll do the other variation. All right. Get water. I do love goblet squats, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I do. And saying for anybody out there who's you know, team or club build a booty, goblet squats. Yeah. Goblet squats, sumo squats, RDLs, lunges. At a fairly heavy weight, minimum 12 repetitions. You stay consistent with that? 3 to 4 sets? Yep. That peach gonna be peaching. That peach gonna be peaching. That peach gonna be peachy keen, baby. Yes, God. All right. I'm just saying. And take it from me. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, we did. We did indeed just do that. Okay, let's go. That's still 30 pounds. And the scary part is, I could go a little heavier. We don't have 35s in the studio here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I think I actually feel it better more now. 12, 13, 14, and 15. One more. 16. We know we have to even that out. All right. 3 minutes. Third set. Third and final set. We got it. We can do it. Might even have time for a cool down. Pero I make no promises. Yo no promete. Make sure y'all drinking y'all water. Make sure y'all drinking y'all water. It is extra dry out there, okay? Wintertime has officially showed up here in Minnesota. So it is snow on the ground. And inside the high is gonna be 25. And that's warm. So, yeah. But also, it's like getting off the whole personal narrative, but stay on that. But one other thing I wanted to bring up, skincare for the wintertime. Because again, it is dry outside. So in addition to making sure you stay on top of your water, please do, it's still important. Put some Aquaphor on your face before you go outside. You do your skincare routine, right? Your face wash, toner, serums, moisturizer, and sunscreen. Yes, you still need sunscreen even when it's cloudy outside. All right? When you do all that, when you finish, seal it in with Aquaphor or healing ointment. Because between the dry air and the dry heat coming from the vents of every building you go into or the car you get into, your skin gonna be dry. Your facial skin gonna be dry. So, I'm just saying, you don't want to be dry and you want to retain your moisture, put some healing ointment on your face. All right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, one more, and 16. Woo! All right, guys. Woo! Let's sit up. And let's do a little pike stretch, a little sit and reach for our last 30 seconds. Woo! So yeah, guys, remember, change the story, what you're telling yourself. If it's a lot of negativity, if it's a lot of repercussions, a lot of down talk to yourself, you have to change that. You have to change that. If you want to get stronger, if you want to be happier, you have to change the story that you're telling yourself. Because that is how you grow. That is how you're going to progress, whether that is in fitness or in other areas of your life. All right, and if you're wondering, like, who is she to tell me all of this? I know I'm not like old, but like I am in my 30s, so I do know a little thing or two about a thing or two. Anyway, that's me, Olivia Winfield, and this was Strength45. Thank you all so much for joining me today on this lovely Thursday, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Y'all take care now, here.
I'm Sarah, and this is Cardio Dance. Are you guys ready to work out? Let's do it.
I woke up feeling like this gon' be my day. I got that poppin' fire every step I take. Living that wild life.
Through the bag. Go. That's where we want to go.
Last 10 seconds. I'm right here with you. Let's do it. Welcome to the Y. My name is Erin. I'm Jennifer. My name is Linda.
My name is Tommy, and today we're going to do a quick step routine.
We feeling like we can conquer the world today?
I wish you all could smell it. It smells so good.
Time. We get stronger in my world. We're going to do it again.
We'll see you again.